Hi everyone, welcome to Feline Jungle. My name is Fiona, and if you're new to this channel is everything plant related. So if you're into plants or cats, then hit the subscribe button so you get my videos weekly. The scariest thing when you're checking up on your plants is when you discover bugs, but we have to accept the fact that plants will always attract bugs. Some of these bugs are harmful to your plants and some are just annoying. I identified these bugs as pests. Bugs that are just annoying are fungus gnats. They're actually not harmful to your plants, but I just hate the way they fly around your face. Fungus gnats love wet conditions and humidity, so in order to prevent more fungus gnats from growing in your house, you have to get into the habit of letting your soil dry out before you water again. Because when you water too much, it will actually rot the roots, and that will become decaying material for your fungus gnats to feed off of. So in order to annihilate the fungus gnats, you have to cut away its food source, and by letting your soil dry out, that will do the trick. If you have too many fungus gnats at home and you just need a way to control them, here are some products that I use that help me control these fungus gnats. The first product I'm going to show you are the yellow sticky tapes. These are the most effective ones, and it's also very enjoyable to see them get stuck on the sticky tape. They love this yellow color of the sticky tape, and once you get one on them, I guess they like send a signal and all of them just automatically fly onto them. You can get creative on how you place these, so you can hang them around your plants, or you can have a stick and stick them in a specific pot that has the fungus gnats coming out of it. Usually you can just observe and you'll see that the fungus gnats are coming from a specific pot and they just lay eggs there, so I would just stick it in there and catch them before they start flying out. The yellow sticky tape is very effective, but it's not aesthetically pleasing when you have a lot of fungus gnats stuck on it, especially with the yellow background. It's just an eyesore when you see it hanging around your plants. I discovered this Japanese product that is very aesthetically pleasing and doesn't even look like a fly trap. At first I was worried that it wasn't gonna work because it just looks so cute, and it doesn't have the conventional yellow color to it. It actually is in this black color, so you don't see the fungus gnats when it's stuck on it. And I was worried that this wasn't gonna work, but it works exactly the same way that a yellow one does. I don't know what they put in it, but it just works. And when I put it next to it, it kind of just looks like a cute little house that I put next to my plants, and it's very discreet. You can't even tell that it's a fly trap. This product comes with instructions on how you apply this on your plant wall or plant area, and it comes with the zip tie, so you can only hang it or nail it onto a wall. You can't stick it into a pot. It doesn't work that way for this product, but I just like the way it hangs next to the plants. The next product I use is what's called mosquito bit, and these are corn cob granules that are coated with what's called BTI. It's an active ingredient that kills off mosquitoes and fungus gnats. There are two ways on how I use mosquito bits. One is you just apply a scoop onto the plant itself. When you water it, make sure you water the mosquito bits so that water will soak into the soil and kill whatever eggs that are laid in your soil. Another way that I found is more cost effective is actually just use a big spoonful and put it into the water that you're using to water your plants. Let that soak in there for like 10 minutes and use that to water your plants. That way you don't have to have like a scoop of mosquito bit in each plant, and it's more cost effective. The con of using mosquito bit is that when you scoop it into your plant, it will start to mold if it's too wet, which is why I like the second method where you just use it for watering. If bugs are harming your plants, then it's important to eliminate them. How do you know that these bugs are harming your plants? Here are some signs that you can look out for. First sign is if you see patchy bug bite marks on your leaves, and you also see that your leaves are yellowing, but these yellowing leaves aren't on the older ones, but instead on random leaves on the plant. If you already see those two signs, usually when you look at the back of the leaf, you will find bugs are living there. And common bugs that you can find are spider mites, scales, and mealybugs. They're eating your plants. Here's how you can identify these common pests quickly. Spider mites are usually these tiny dots that are living on your leaves, and they will spin webs. They will eat your plant and also weaken your plant's immune system. Mealybugs are a lot bigger than spider mites. They're these wingless, kind of fat and juicy, fuzzy looking white insects that will suck the sap out of your plant. and usually they'll hide in these corners that are hard to reach, and when you touch them, they're kind of sticky. Scales look completely different from the other two. They're kind of these round shell-like insects, and unlike the other insects, they will actually find a place that they like, and they'll pierce into the plant and actually stay in that one place. So in a way, they're easier to treat because they don't move around, but they also grow in a cluster. So if you see like a cluster of round shells, it's most likely scales, and they grow really quickly. So you gotta treat them as soon as possible. How do you treat them? Step number 1, check your plants for any pests. If you do find pests, then you have to isolate that plant. But more importantly, you have to check the surrounding plants to see if they're also infected. If they are, then the whole crew has to go into isolation away from your healthy plants. This is especially important if you have new plants coming into your house. Always check it for any pests, and if they are, then isolate it for a week, and then you bring it into your plant shelf. Step number 2 is to treat your plant and to kill off any bugs that you see with your naked eye. The easiest way to do this is to put your plant under running water. This will knock off any bugs that are on your leaves. If there are more difficult pests like mealybugs and scales that you just can't get rid of with running water, then I would use a Q-tip and scrape them off. I like to dip the Q-tip in some kind of solution like alcohol, hydrogen peroxide. Step number 3, after you get rid of all the bugs that you see in plain sight, you use pesticide to kill off any other bugs that might be living on the leaves or the soil. The product that I like to use is called Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew. This is a solution that you mix with water and you spray it in your plant. Another product I like to use is neem oil. I use a drop of neem oil mixed with water, and then I spray the leaves and also the soil to kill bugs. And the thing about neem oil is that it could smell really bad. I have a bad sense of smell and it smells terrible to me. Another thing about neem oil is that when you use it, you don't want to put the plant under the sun. You want to put it under the shade because the neem oil can actually burn your plants under the sun. If you're introducing a new product to your plants, it's always a good practice to test the product on a portion of the leaf to see how your plant reacts to it. For me, I know that caletheas and anthuriums are very sensitive and sometimes react in a certain way. The key to pest control is preventative measures. This is my pest control routine. Every month I will do a deep cleaning where I take all the plants into my bathroom and I use the pesticide, which is the Captain Jack Dead Bug, and I just spray the plants under the leaves and into the soil to kill off any bugs. I do this in the winter, and then I do it more often in the summer, and especially if the plants are already infected with a previous pest problem, then I spray it even more, even like once a week or twice a week. Here are some additional tips for pest control. DIY organic fertilizers like coffee grinds, banana peels, and peanut shells will attract bugs like fungus gnats. Whereas if you use chemical liquid fertilizer like the Dynagrow Pro that I use, it's less likely to attract bugs. It's up to you whether you want to use organic fertilizer or chemical fertilizer, but just be sure that if you use organic fertilizer that you cover it up with soil really good so it doesn't attract bugs. Consider hydroponics and semi-hydroponics to eliminate pests. Semi-hydroponics uses inorganic material like leca and lava stone, which is hard for bugs to lay eggs on. If you're interested in how semi-hydroponics and hydroponics work, then you can check out my video. To summarize this video, you're always going to have bugs in your plants, but it's important to get rid of unwanted bugs that are harmful to your plants or just annoying like fungus gnats. For flying pests, use sticky tape or mosquito bits to get rid of them. For more harmful bugs, you want to use pesticide to get rid of it and treat them. And it's also very important to develop a preventative measure routine so that you can prevent any pest outbreaks from happening again. Other tips that you should consider is using chemical fertilizer or converting your plants into hydroponics. I hope you liked this video and you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and also comment below on any questions you have. I'll try my best to answer all of them. Thank you so much, and if you like this video, don't forget to share. Bye! And then when you water it, make sure that you water the corn.
Okay.